Hi guys, so today I have a few things I want to try out. Really I want to try these essential labels. I wanted to see how big they were. I recently picked these up on Craft Stash. I'll have them linked there in the description box. Pretty much all these things I recently picked up, so they should be available. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase. I am those links. And I realized, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I had picked up the words that went with this. I did pick up I think it was a bundle that day possibly, with this little stamp set, which is adorable, but I thought I had more sentiments. So I was like, oh, I'll look through and grab sentiments from those magazines that I recently picked up, a ton of them, right? And this is one of them, and I opened it up and I thought, well, you know what? Maybe we can do something really nice. It depends on how big these are. So let's open this guy up. They're really weighty for, just being label dies. But the thing is, the point of these and where I really wanted them is that they have the outer and the inner part. So like an outline, basically. And I always like the look of dies. Of course, you can do this on a Cricut or anything, any shape, if you have an electronic die cutting machine. You can just do a shadow on it and you'll have both of those pieces too. But that doesn't go there. It goes to this one. No. Hold on. This one. Alright. Similar, but just not quite the same. So this one has a little chubby belly there. So we'll do that one. And then this guy goes here, and that one there, and that one there, and this one here. So, what I thought is, since this has an embossing folder, it would look really lovely in like a metallic, just so that basically the focal point is just like a nice background, and then this guy being like the topper, and that's it. So like a kind of easy-ish card. My curiosity is, though, I really like the fish, is how big we can put this on here and still have like a nice, image of our little fishy or whatever. And he can be hanging off, that's okay. That one, maybe this one. And then also, you don't have to use the background one, but I do want to use the background one. So you can always just use the background, you know what I'm saying, instead of the topper and the background. I don't want to cut the fish by hand. So I want to stamp it, I want to color it in as much as I can, and still be able to put like the good luck or whatever, stamp that too. Okay. So I don't know if that's the best one. Let me go around kind of measuring, see which one I want to use. They're all cutting off a little bit of like his little fin on that, or his, I feel like this is the best fit, And then I can still do probably happy birthday in there. Okay. Alright. We're gonna try this. And then as far as coloring him, that's why I was like, do I color it? Let's get some watercolor paper. Let's be a little adventurous. So I'm gonna grab some watercolor paper. I'm gonna grab some red paper for the background. Even though I know it's fish, you probably want blue, but I think red's gonna make it pop. I'm gonna do black for this. So watercolor paper with the pretty things that we're gonna use. This is gonna be black. And then I'll grab a red piece of like that opera color, whatever it is, that metallic color from Tonic, and I'll be right back. I have some pieces here. Just a black scrap of paper, so I'm just going to run this through real quick. I have a card base, just an A2 size. I cut down some of that opera red. Opera red's a little bit different. They do have a couple different reds. They have one that's more like bright red, where this one is kind of like a maroony red color. But this will be great. And I'm going to run it through this embossing folder. So whatever system you use, I'm curious to see what happens here, because this might be a 4x6, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a British thing. And sure enough, it is 4x5 3/4-ish. And I cut my paper to 4 1/4, no, 4 1/8 by 5 and something. So what I'm going to do is probably just run this through, and then we'll trim it down, and maybe we'll back it up also with some black paper just to make it look right? But for now, I'm just going to run it through like this, cut this one out, and then we'll start doing what we need to do for our watercolor paper. Okay, so for now we have, ooh, look at this pretty guy. We have this guy, a little topper. And then what I'm going to do is probably go ahead and cut this out. This is just watercolor paper I had in my stash, so you can see it's just a little piece. I'm going to go ahead and trim this out, because otherwise I don't really know where to put him, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out right quick, and then we'll stamp it. We have that guy ready to go. I'll put a little scrap piece of paper behind everything, so I don't want to stamp and then have to clean that up. Okay. And this is watercolor paper, so you know, it's kind of weird stuff. So I'm gonna put it just like here, and I'm gonna tape it as best I can. Hopefully this will work. I don't know how strong that magnet's gonna be to actually hold it down, you know, because watercolor paper, I mean, it's pretty thick. And then on top of the other paper, but okay, we have that. I'm gonna get my little guy and kind of think about what I'm doing, because if you have that and I want to do, I don't know, maybe we want to do good luck. I was thinking happy birthday, but you know what? We've been doing a lot of happy birthdays, so let's say good luck. I just want to know that I have room for that to still be on here and be nice. Actually, I probably want the good luck like right about there, and then our little fish can come in like right in here. Okay, I could probably stamp both of these things at the same time, but I don't want to, because just in case. So let's bring this guy here, and obviously part of him is going to be going off the side. I'm going to use watercolor, so I'll just use VersaFine, because VersaFine is amazing. And I do not know where I put my little tool that I usually use for stamping, so I'm going to push down on this. Again, it's an acrylic stamp set, so it's kind of soft. You don't want to push too hard. Look at that. So nice. Let me clean that off. I'll be right back. Press my good luck. Press my good luck. Don't press your luck, right? What I meant was stamp that. I'm just going to put it kind of straight across there. I think that'll be good. And I'll do black ink again. You can maybe bring some red back from the background or however is that you like. But I'm just going to, again, firm pressure. Look at that. Pretty pretty. Okay. I'm going to let that set up, dry a little bit before I come in with my watercolor. And in the meantime, I suppose what we can do is cut this down, because this is definitely something going on here. So let me see how wide this is, like in the decoration part of it. It is 3 7/8. That means 3/8 smaller than normal. So what I can do is keep this 3 7/8 and then do 5 1/8. I hope that makes sense. 3 7/8, right? Let me just make sure again. Yeah, so that's, yep. So 3 7/8, I'm going to cut off the edges and then make it 5 1/8, because that's 3/8 gone also from like this one. And I'll be right back. So as far as my card base is concerned, I cut this black piece to mat this with, you know, quite a bit there. So again, this was 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, which is weird. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of that, glue that down, and glue this down too, okay? And then we'll do our watercoloring and finish it up. Looks like a mess, but let me move this to the side here. I'm just going to quickly do a little watercoloring. It's not even anything to like write home about. Just going to grab this little watercolor set. And this might even be that brush that I used the other day that didn't work for me. It may or may not be. The one that comes in like this little Elizabeth Craft watercolor set. Did I keep it out? If you open it, you have to put it away. Here it is, actually. You have to open it, right, to put it back in here, because it doesn't fit otherwise. So that's why I just put it to the side. But you know what? We'll just pull it out right now. And I just want a little color on that. You might wonder why I have this. I have my card base under here to keep the little weight on there. So let's get a little yellow orange. And let's just color our little guy. And again, you know, I've started in the center, and I'm going to bring that color out. Now I went dry paper with the wet. If you like to wet your paper first, you can definitely do that. And I'm not even going to clean this off. I'm just going to go into this yellow just to get another color. I don't know. I'm just going to his little, maybe a little red. Should we do a little red down the center? Just to add a little more color, a little more vibrancy. And I actually want to clean that off. Let's get a little more water. And color his little face. Oh, so cute. And of course this will kind of chill out a little bit. I see I missed a fin down here. I'll get it. Don't worry. Right in here. Clean that off just a little bit. And that is literally it, guys. Just a little something. I was just gonna say, I hope I'm in frame. Now, if you want to put like a little more, like something blue in here, you know, go for it. I just didn't do that, and I'm actually going to try and clean away a little bit of this paint. I'm just gonna put some water, and if I had a napkin handy, I would dab that up, but since I don't, I'm just gonna use my finger just to perfect that a little bit more. But if you want to do like a little bit, like the lightest amount of blue, you can kind of bring some in, maybe whatever's here. Look, I don't even know what this is. Some blue that's here, let's test that. Yeah, not bad. Maybe add a little bit. Just a little something. You know, just to kind of do something fun here. And it kind of mixed with the yellow that was on my brush, so it's like a little greenish. I like that. You see how I'm kind of just stippling? It just gives a different look. Why not? And I'm just going to let it in there. Ooh, I like that. You guys, it doesn't have to be anything. You know me. I just like a little color, and I'm happy with that. So I'm going to clean off this brush tip, and then what's nice is I can just wash out these little sponges, and they're good to go for the next time. Okay, I will be right back. Okay. Just bring this guy over. And I'll glue this down. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Oh, so interesting. I was wondering, I'm like, about how much area are around these? And that's kind of echoing what's going on with the card, because I did cut that down quite a bit, right? Look how much black space is on there. So, good. Okay, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I'll be right back. So, just really fun and actually super cool. I love the look of everything that's going on here because of that background and then that little just bit of watercoloring. I move over just the tiniest amount. Now I'm too far over to the left. I just wanted that there and there. Okay. Look at that. And honestly, I might add some little pearls here, just like a little set of pearls. Maybe. Like, you know, why even? Or just in the little corners. That's another thing. But honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it just like this. Really pretty. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that gave you some ideas on how to use kind of like these label dies, even if it's not even for just the sentiment, you know, because what happens is these are pretty big, so unless you fill it up with your sentiment, it's gonna look very plain, like, oh, okay, you know, all this area. But look at that, just a little something. I mean, I know it's hard to see on the camera, but that little yellow and green and stippling, oh, it looks so cute. Alright guys, I'm super happy with it. Thanks for watching. I'll have links as appropriate, images coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.